you ready? Okay. Settle into your sensations of your body and your breath. Feel into where your body touches ground. We want to stay in connection with that feeling of groundedness, of being a part of Earth, this sense of belonging, this hug of gravity. Feel into the sensations of that rootedness. And then I invite you to feel into the temperature, the air on your skin, the clothes on your skin. As we tap into our senses, we become more aware of this unique moment. And then let's tap into the breath. And let's let the gaze and the sensations turn inward, the practice of pratyahara. Feeling the breath expand the whole circumference of our lowest ribs. Feel for the sensations of your moving diaphragm. As you inhale, the diaphragm balloons gently into the abdomen. As you exhale, it mushrooms up under the rib cage, helping you to expel the air. See if you can feel for unique circles of ribs expanding as you inhale. On the exhales, feel your body relax into the hug of gravity. On the inhales, feel the lift of the upward energy of the prana. Feel these unique winds of the breath, prana vayu, lifting you, lengthening the spine, lifting the head, lifting the heart. And apana vayu, the exhale, relaxing the outer body into recognition of connection with gravity. These two are different ways to feel into this moment of the uplifting inhale, this moment of the relaxed and grounding exhale. Now imagine this inhale and exhale meeting and turning your breath inward at the navel so it diffuses through your whole body. This is samana vayu, the wind of integration, assimilation, and digestion. Can you digest these sensations, these experiences of this moment? Assimilating the benefits of this inhale and then this exhale. Inviting yourself to feel the sensations of the inhale moving through the body, lifting up the spirit, and the exhale, grounding you and reminding you of connection. And now let the inhale travel up the center channel of the spine and the Sushumna. And on the exhale, first think of a geyser out through crown chakra and then let all the outer body relax into the hug of gravity. Stay with this breath of lengthening on the inhale and relaxing into the exhale. And let the lengthening be a subtle growth skyward from your roots. As you lengthen skyward, also feel your roots. As you relax earthward, still feel into the lengthening. Can you become aware of assimilating these experiences? Samana Vayu. And then listen for any sounds in your environment. Notice any tastes lingering in your mouth. Notice the sensations on your skin and the sensations of the breath stretching the body from inside. Let's inhale our hands to our hearts. May we feel into our roots, our connections, and our growth. Staying with each breath and each movement in the present moment. Namaste. Okay, let's come to standing. And let's begin with a gentle quaking of the hands. There are lots of aspens around here, down in the valley. Let the leaves quake and move. And see if you can feel into each unique finger and thumb. Let the arms quake out to the sides and back down again. And perhaps they quake up a little higher and release. Shake them in different directions, noticing the wrist, the joints that connect palms to fingers. And then let the arms begin to swing gently around your body. Fluid swing, fluid breath. Feel into your feet now, rooting into earth, and lift your toes, lift your arches. Feel the whole circumference of your heel, the big toe ball mount, the pinky toe ball mount. Can we really stay present? Let our minds open to the unique sensations of this movement, this breath, and begin to feel how we are conduits of energy between earth and sky. Front hand gently tapping the lung, back hand gently tapping the kidney, getting these meridians flowing in the body. Gentle twisting of the spine if that's available to you. Tractioning of the arm bones. And then let go the tapping and just let the arms swing back to a gentle center. And pause in that center and take the hands around to the left and up towards the sky and down towards the earth. And be in this circular movement, inhaling and exhaling. Feel the weight shift over your feet and how your body fine tunes for the movement in connection to earth and the hug of gravity, in connection to the space around you. And let the hands come to the bottom of the circle and take it the other direction. Still feeling aware of the temperature in the room. If you'd like to engage your gentle ujjayi breath, inhaling the ah as you raise the arms and exhaling the ha. Listening to the sounds of your breath. And then let your hands come back down, palms facing lower dantian. Rest into the circumference of your heels. Big toe ball mound, pinky toe ball mound. Inhale up the center channel. Exhale, relax the outer body. Inhale, let the arms rise to your sides. Exhale, relax the outer body. Relax at the base of the neck and the shoulders. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, assimilate the sensations. Notice the moment. And on your next exhale, turn left palm up, right thumb under, and switch, and switch. The snake, helping us to open the shoulders and the back ribs. Perhaps you inhale one direction and exhale the other, or perhaps you'd rather inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Perhaps you want to exhale for 3 beats. You find your own rhythm. Can you keep your senses open to both the outer world and the inner world, and this sense of belonging here, feet planted, in this moment? And then let your arms rest down and circle one shoulder up and back and the other. Can you be alive in the sensations of the body and let your body move in directions where the stretch and the shoulder movement feel good? Exploring the different range of motion in a small circle, middle circle, large circle. The different sensations that accompany the different movement. Perhaps you sway a little into it. And then the elbows can draw circles out to the sides. And if you'd like, the arms can unfurl and draw big circles out to the sides or come closer to the body for a backstroke. Farthest into the motion isn't better. Feel into what feels good in your unique body. Explore. And then perhaps the movements change as you explore. Kenneth Cohen, an amazing Qigong teacher, says, once we've learned about Qi, we can start feeling for it moving in the body. And when we do, we can create our own Qigong. Let's rest. Palms up, elbows bent, and we'll go into the bear frolics. So feet outer hip distance wide now. We'll inhale, hands to the left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center through the nostrils. Quick. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Sorry, it's exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale out, inhale, center, exhale out. Pause in the center. So this is a little like Kapalabhati breath, and you can stay with any of the arm positions that are best for you. The next one, we bring the hands up and we push. We bring the hearts to center and push. Hands to center, push. Hands to center, push. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Feel how the fire of the pushing breath kind of cleanses your channels. So these winds of energy can travel better through the 72,000 nadis, all of the meridians. Pause, hands on the heart. Feel into the body, the changes that come with the breath. Invite a full three-dimensional slow inhale. A relaxed exhale. Invite your legs to root and your spine to rise on the inhale. And to relax into the hug of gravity on the exhale. And let your arms come up as if they're holding a platter overhead. And we exhale, left palm down and back and up on the inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Hold your platter and find your full fluid breath. Inhaling, root to rise. Exhaling, relax into the hug of gravity. Yeah.
Tracy, is Jill. On that, when we were just with our arms up and pushing back, is the whole spine is kind of moving?
Not really much. Not really much. So I'm right here, and it's like it's mostly just the arm. And the other thing I'd say about that is make sure you don't throw so far back that you're drawing forward in the rotator cuff. You're just kind of coming back in an integrated motion. Does that make sense? So you're here, watch my spine. My spine isn't really turning. So it's not like this, right? It's not that full swing. Does that make sense?
No, your neck is slightly.
Yeah, your gaze, you're right. Your gaze is following the hand. The gaze is following the hand, but my whole spine isn't twisting. Yeah. As much as your neck is comfortable, the gaze follows the hand down. The gaze follows the hand down, but it's not really much of a twist besides the neck. Okay? And so it's the same on the next one. The gaze follows the hand out to parallel. So it's more in the upper torso. Upper shoulder to head. Okay, so here, hold your platter again And we'll do the last of these bear frolics. It comes straight out to the side and back up, out to the side and back up. Your gaze can follow the hand. And yeah, maybe I'm a little bit twisting, but not too much. It's not like the twist we were doing in knocking at the door. So it's an exhale, inhale, and pause at the top. Fluid breath. Let's bring our hands in behind the skull, interlacing the fingers, and lift to the base of the skull for a moment. After that breath work, root into your heels and tailbone. Lift the elbows. Lift the low back rib ring and let yourselves unfold into whatever sort of standing back bend feels best to you. Again, rooting the lower body to rise and lengthen out through the spine up the top of the head, and perhaps the arms unfurl, stretching from feet to fingers. And then coming back upright and releasing the arms and pausing for a moment in Wuji. Fluid breath. And then let the arms inhale forward as if holding around the full moon, and exhale, release it skyward. And let the arms float down. And then inhale through the nostrils, holding on to the full moon, and exhale, release. That's very cool. There's a spider crossing the patio right now. Inhale. And this next time, let your gaze follow the left thumb up. Exhale, following it around. We inhale the lift and exhale. And in. And then same with the right side. We follow the thumb with the gaze, inhaling, exhaling, and inhaling. Gaze stays on the thumb. And one last time. And then pause, hands facing the lower dantian. Rest into your heels, rest into your back body. Feel the sensations of the back body. And let the hands windshield wiper over the heart, and then punch out, inhaling and exhaling. So we inhale up, exhale out. Pause, and let the arms roll one over the other. Cat curling the spine. Breathe. Inhale into the back body. And then roll the arms skyward, lifting the heart, and inhale into the front heart. And exhale the movement, cat curling the spine. The knees can bend, tailbone traction. And then exhale the movement and inhale. Lift the low ribs as you root the tailbone. Lift the heart. And then exhale the movement. Inhale into the cat curl. And as you're ready, roll back up and inhale into the lifting heart, long spine. Exhale forward. Inhale into the back body. Exhale, lift the heart and inhale again. And then come back to neutral. Rest your body into Wuji. Can you rest the hyoid bone in and back and up? Let the base of your skull rest back as if there was a headrest behind you, a cosmic headrest behind you. And let your arms float out to the sides and your knees bent. Step 1 foot forward and come into your crane, floating up and floating down, and inhaling and exhaling. Remember, you can lift just to the toe, and remember, you can let your wings move in whatever direction feels good to you. Follow your breath. Inhale the rise, let the spine lengthen. Exhale, feel your connection to earth. We are conduits of energy between earth and sky. We belong here. Fluid breath. Follow your own breath cycles. And then land and pause for a breath, resting back into your heels. Feel yourself grounded. And then when you're ready, take flight again. Other side. Can you really be present here with this breath, this movement, these sensations? It's a practice to live in the moment, to appreciate each moment. And we inhale up and we land and we pause, palms facing the lower dantian, shoulders relaxed, jaw relaxed, wuji. Really feel into what's beneath your feet, what's overhead, what's all around you. And see if you can imagine gently opening the pores of your skin and inhaling through each pore and exhaling through each pore. And can you continue to inhale through each pore as you step 1 foot forward and come into a bit of a front lunge? So I'm a little closer to the camera so you can see. And let the hands roll out the front leg and come out to the other side and come in. It's polishing the stone. We reach out, around, and in at the back hip. But we make sure that these motions aren't overly big. So I could really go out there and that may tax my lower back. Instead, I'm feeling for integrated motion. I could go way out with the arms and that might tax the rotator cuff. So I'm trying to stay integrated in a way where the whole body is a part of the motion, but the whole body is also a part of the grounding and the stability, part of the connection. So we inhale 1 circle and exhale the next, perhaps imagining we're polishing a rose quartz. We're polishing our own hearts, our own inner wisdom, or anything that disconnects us from that inner wisdom. And then pause, hands in, and take the hands in the circle the other direction, polishing the stone. I love this movement because I feel so connected to my feet, even as the legs and arms move. And it feels better when it's smaller and more integrated. And yet it still rocks the fascial tissue through the body. I can feel that movement, that energy flow. And pause, and let's switch legs and follow the front leg out, around towards the back hip and in. This is a great place to practice smaller, more integrated movements. It's a great place to practice moving with the breath, inhaling one circle and exhaling the next. Feel into your spine. Feel into your hips, your connection with the four corners of each foot. Are you integrated in your movement? And pause and take the circles the other way. Can you be aware of the whole body? Make sure you're not overreaching and putting any strain on the spine. It's about gentle, 70% of effort max. It's about sensing the movement. How do the toes respond? The outer heels. The elbows. The shoulders. And pause, coming back into your Wu-Ji, fluid breath. Breathing in through all the pores of your skin. Releasing toxins out of the body through each pore. Breathing into the 72,000 rivers of energy. And breathing out through them again. Breathing into assimilating the experience. Let's bring our heels together. So your feet are open, and I think of it as a little Pilates V, but it's a little Qigong V. Pretend there's a tennis ball between your big toes. That's how wide we want to be. And let your arms circle up overhead and come back down. And those of you who can't lift so high, they can just come out and back in. We're going to do this movement with sound. Hung, hung, hung. Sorry if my sound is overwhelming. I just saw Kathy come to her computer. She might have been turning me down. Hung. I'll be quieter. Hung, 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 hung. Bring your hands to your lower dantian. Step 1 foot forward, slight bow. On the hung, draw the heel back on the ha. Hung, hung. It's harder for me to do it quiet. Hung, 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 hung. Really let the air go on the hung. It's a real expel of breath. We're doing a cleansing practice today. Hung, 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 hung. Pause. Rest. Rest into the whole circumference of your heels. Inhale, length up the spine. And exhale, arm and foot out, and inhale, integrate. Exhale and inhale. Feel into the motion all along your arm into the chest. Take the motion as wide as is comfortable, but don't force into full range of motion. Dancers don't go into their full range much of the time. They hold back a little, they integrate at the joints. Let yourself feel fluid and connected, one body part to the next, to the next, to the next, to the earth, to the sky. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. and pause. Wuji. And today, let's take our little penguin steps where we lift one hip and the other and the legs stay straight and we walk towards the front and the palms rest back and the arms slightly move back. I think of it more like a penguin, but they're called little cranes. We step and we bring them faster and faster and faster, stepping back and stepping forward, and shoulder blades on the back and heart lifted. We step forward and we step back, stretching the hips. Jill, you mentioned this the other day, and I was like, wow, we haven't done those in a long time. Forward and back and forward and back and pause. How can you settle again into the body after the movement? And let one arm draw a figure 8. Smooth and easy, and let the other arm follow. Smooth and fluid. And again, can the head and hyoid bone rest back, even as the arms dance the spine? So it is a bit of a twist if that's comfortable for you. If not, it's just the arms out front. But still, you may sway side to side on the feet and let there be a bit of a spring-like motion to the spine, fluid and easy. Right now, I'm hearing wind through the leaves of the trees. Let your arms float like leaves just free of the trees, floating, floating on the wind. Feel the dance through the body, connected to earth, open to sky, fluid like water in this moment. And then pause the rocking, palms facing the lower dantian. Close the eyes on the front of the head and open the eyes on the back of the head. Look out. See if you can keep the eyes on the back of the head open as you step into horse stance, bringing the backs of the hands together and the fingers over the thumbs. Draw the right elbow back, left palm open, and release pinky ring and middle fingers into the palms. Broad across the base of the neck, across the shoulders. Breathe length up the spine. Root into the feet. Inhale into the 3 dimensions of the body. Exhale, relax the body into the hug of gravity. Relax the awareness into this moment, this position. Feeling into pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral sensations. And then bring both hands wrapped around thumbs and open. Right arm out, left elbow back. Circle pinky ring and middle fingers into the palm. Inhale, the length of the spine. Exhale, relax the shoulder girdle. Relax the eyes away from the index finger. Feel into the sensations of your skin, the sensations of your breath inside the skin. And release. Wuji. Hands at the lower dantian. Inhale, let the arms spread apart. Exhale, press hands together. Inhale, draw in clear, clean energy. Exhale, release stagnation. Inhale and exhale. Imagine that you really are clearing this major energy center, this battery of your body, drawing in new charge, vital life force into this battery of the belly, expelling stagnant energy. And then bring your hands over the belly, bowing your head, acknowledging the energy flowing through you. And then bring hands up to the heart and inhale, clearing. Exhale, clearing. Inhale, fresh, fluid air. Exhale, clearing. Inhale, clean, clear water. Exhale, stagnant energy. Inhale, exhale. You can bring all the elements into these meditations. You could inhale fire, exhale, cleanse. Inhale water, exhale, cleanse. Inhale earth, exhale, cleanse. Inhale humanity, exhale, cleanse. Bring the hands over the heart, fluid breath. For us, each as individuals, we inhale. For the greater community, we inhale. Hands come up to the third eye, and we inhale and exhale. And we inhale fresh prana, and we exhale stagnant energy. We inhale towards clarity. We exhale all that blocks the clarity. Inhale, clear connection of mind to heart, of heart to inner wisdom. And rest, hands over the third eye, bowing towards this inner wisdom. Let your hands run down to the heart, bowing to the heart. Hands run down to your gut knowing. And release the hands and let them quake gently, like aspens blowing in an autumn breeze. And step your feet wider. And turn the left foot out and lift the right heel up. And inhale. Draw and lengthen the body and exhale through the center channel into your Virabhadrasana 2. And inhale, open the arms and rest them as if resting on water. And inhale, back arm to the front and exhale through the center. And inhale, and exhale, and in, and exhale. Follow your own breath. And then palms up, in, and exhale, and in, and exhale. One more. Hands resting at the heart. Feel into the full length of the spine, inhaling up the center channel, Exhale, relax the outer body into the hug of gravity, bringing your left hand to your femur bone, right arm beside the ear, Parsvakonasana prep. If you'd like, come down to your forearm and turn the heart earthward, and then turn the heart skyward. We are conduits of energy honoring earth and honoring sky. Alive in this present moment. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2 into your gentle dancer. Shoulders relax into that hug of gravity. Neck lengthens out of it. And we exhale back to Vira 2 and gently cartwheel into your Trikonasana. Perhaps bringing the lifted hand up over the lifted ear, stretching into your triangle. It can be a high triangle here, rooting the feet and floating back up, knee bends, gentle dancing warrior. Knees still bent, left hand comes to left femur, high Parsvakonasana. And then we float back up. And let's turn the feet in and bring in the blocks or our chair for a Prasarita Padottanasana. Turning the feet gently inward. Again, ground from the hips down into the feet and inhale, length up the spine. Let the thumbs come around to the spine, opening across the shoulder girdle. Press the hands into the hips, rooting the low body. Lift the heart into a back bend. Breathing energy up from the earth, up the length of the spine, opening the heart skyward. Exhale, float forward. Groins hollow back. Hands come to your prop, blocks or chair seat or dresser. Inhale, length to the spine. Exhale, let the pelvis traction you back. Perhaps the blocks come lower and you stretch them forward. Wide-legged downward dog. Can you inhale space along the spine? Now ground hands and feet. Breathe from the hands and the feet up to the apex of the pose, up into the hips and pelvis, up into this battery of the lower dantian. Exhaling, find your roots. Inhaling, feel the battery of the lower dantian, the first, second, and third chakras. One more deep inhale into this pelvis. And draw the blocks back or walk towards your chair seat. Left hand on the blocks, right hand beside. Inhale, lift the shoulder blade wing onto your back ribs. Root through the feet, perhaps the knees bend slightly. Tack the left sit bone back and perhaps open the wing. Fluid breath. Pelvis tractioning away from head, shoulders releasing away from neck. We exhale, right wing back to the blocks, left wing floats out, shoulder blade onto the back ribs. Fluid breath into the length of the spine. Don't forget the length of the back of the neck. Tacking the right sit bone back, we twist open. We root into the four corners of each foot from the pelvis and lengthen the spine out of it, lifting our wing, breathing. Fluid breath. Releasing the lifted wing. Bend the knees, hands to the hips, unhinge. And turn the right foot out, lift the left heel back. Star pose. Bending into the right knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Let your gaze rest away from the front fingers as your shoulders relax. Invite your senses to become aware again of rooting of the lower body and a lengthening of the spine skyward. Left fingertips reach behind you, right fingertips forward. Right hand comes to the femur, left arm alongside the left ear. Stretch the pose open before coming lower. Let the heart bow towards earth and let the heart lift towards sky. We are conduits of energy between earth and sky. Feel into the lower dantian, that energy center, and let yourself pulse out of each limb from that center. And then rooting, rise back up. Left fingertips light on the back leg, right palm up, dancing warrior. Remember, it's not about coming as far as you can into the pose. It's about letting the energy flow through this sculpture you're creating with your own body. Artist and art unite. Fluid breath. And coming back up, straighten the front leg and cartwheel gently into your Trikonasana. Check in that you're not hyperextending either knee. Rooting the feet. Again, feel the lower dantian, pulse out of it along the spine and in through each limb, out, out into space. And then as you're ready, root to rise, bending the front knee again. Fingertips light on the back leg, right palm rises, dancing warrior. Find the place where you could sustain the pose and breathe fluidly. And then right hand to femur, left arm to ear, high Parsvakonasana. Stretch it long. Let the focus be on opening wherever you can in the pose. And then float back up, straightening the front leg, turn it in, bow forward, hands to your chair seat or your blocks. Traction the pelvis back, lengthening through the top of the head. And then take the blocks forward again. Inhale into the length of the spine. You invite spaces between the vertebrae, so the 72,000 rivers of energy that run out from the Sushumna are not blocked. Breathe from your roots into the lower dantian, into the first, second, and third chakras, creating our sense of stability, relationship, and the will to set healthy intentions for ourselves and our actions in the world. Draw the blocks in. Keep the right hand on the block. Left hand comes off. Shoulder blade floats onto the back body. You can stay here working on that back strength, or tack the right sit bone back and open the left wing into a twist. Fluid breath. Let the energy flow through the posture. Exhale. Left hand back down to blocks, right hand beside blocks, right shoulder blade onto the back. Inhale, length into the spine. Exhale, root the left sit bone back and let the right wing open. Fluid breath. And then the right wing descends. Knees gently bend, hands come up to the hips, and one more time, turn the right foot out, open into your Viratu, and inhale. Let the arms lift overhead, exhale. Inhaling, lengthen up from your roots. Exhale, maintain the length as the outer body relaxes. $72,000 rivers of energy, unblocked and flowing. Inhale, arms up to your Viratu, and bring the left hand around to the right, and exhale it through the heart. And inhale, and exhale. And one more time, turn the palms up and in. And exhale, move at your own pace. And straightening the front leg. Turn it in and step the feet together and pause in mountain pose. Notice if your arms are tight and tense in any way. If they are, let the leaves quake gently. Invite a release of tension from the arms, the flow of energy in the hands. And then make fists and stretch the hands open, fists and stretch, fists and stretch, fists and stretch. Take the left palm forward, right hand across the fingers, and stretch forward in this forearm. Fluid breath. Maybe you bend the elbow slightly to get more stretch in the forearm. And release. Take the other palm forward, stretch. Try not to hyperextend the elbow. Bend the elbow, stretch the forearm. Stretch the fingers. And release. And make fists again and stretch the fingers, fists and fingers, fists and fingers, and circle at the wrists. And circle out. Circle in front. And circle the other way out. And circle down. Circle up and circle forward and stretch the fingers and palms and turn the palms up. Bring the thumbs into the palms and bring index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger over. Turn your knuckles upward. Stretch out through the backs of the hands. Turn the knuckles down and up and down and up and down and out. And stretch that hands open again and release your arms. And quake the aspen leaves of your hands. Good. And then let's come down onto the mat. Now, if you would rather do downward dog on a chair or a wall, then come to your wall or come to your chair seat. Some of you may like to use blocks, and you can bring your hands onto the blocks on low or medium. And some of you might like to take a regular downward dog with your hands at least shoulder distance wide. Take a look at your fingers and plug in thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Come into your child's pose. Feel each finger pad clawing a little bit at the mat so that they're active. And feel how when you do this, you can lift the center palm with the metacarpal arch of the knuckles along the top of the palm planted. And then roll your toes under and lift into a bent knee downward dog. Broad across your shoulder girdle, let the head release out. And make sure you're really focused on a long spine with a neutral lumbar curve. Then maybe you take your femur bones back. But really don't come into a cat curl of the low back. Try to keep long knees bent, healthier for the spine. The head can lift a little above the arms so that you're long out of the spine. You can stay here or float one leg up behind you. Try to stay balanced, each finger pad active. Float the foot back down and float the other foot up behind you. Float the foot down and come down on hands and knees. Remember, you could put blocks under your forearms if your wrists are sore. Take your right hand forward, left foot back, and float arm and leg up. And exhale, elbow towards knee. and float back out again. Elbow towards knee and float out. In and out with your breath, strengthening the core of the body. And then bring hand and shin to the floor. Take left hand out, right foot back. Check in with your right elbow that it's not hyperextending and lift. Don't lift so high you come into a big back bend. We're strengthening your multifidi. Keep long from tailbone to top of head. Elbow towards knee and open. Elbow towards knee and open. Move with your breath. Let the breath be a pulsing cleanse as you work to strengthen the core channel of the body. And come hand and leg back to the floor and inhale your cow. And exhale your cat. And pause in your cat, breathing into the low back. And slowly, in cat, take your sit bones towards your heels, continuing to breathe into the low back. And then remember this motion we did last week where we swayed a little side to side, taking one sit bone a little wide, a little back, trying to open the lumbar spine a little more. Fluid breath. If it helps you to hear the sound, engage a gentle ujjayi. Each finger pad still a part of this pose. Come back to neutral. And if it's okay for you, sit back towards your heels. Pause. If it's not okay there, bring in one or two blocks to sit on back towards your heels. Okay, so you could be here. Fluid breath. Virasana. Let your shoulders rest back, your head rest back, your eyes relax. Breathe length up the channel of the spine. Exhale, relax the outer body. Feel where you connect to gravity. Feel where you connect to sky. Feel the water in your own physical form. And then bow forward, coming into child's pose again. Walk your hands around to one side. Inhale, length into the other side. Fluid breath in the stretch. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Relaxing the hyoid bone in and up so the back of the neck stays long. Then walk your hands around to the other side. Inhale, length. Exhale, relax into the stretch. Fluid breath. Relaxing shoulders away from the ears. And then come back to center. So now the hands again are shoulder distance wide. If it's comfortable to put your head on the mat, then you'll do so. If not, you can put a block. You'll do it long ways under your kind of eyebrow area. And we're going to roll. Those of you on the block may roll only a little ways onto the top of the head. You don't want to put too much pressure on the neck, but we're just waking up this area of the third eye. If you're on the ground, you may be able to roll all the way up. Your hands can come in onto the top of the head and roll back down. These motions are good for the pituitary and pineal glands in the head. They may help with insomnia. They may help us regulate the hormones that move through our bodies. So we roll from eyebrows across the forehead onto the top of the head. It's kind of a stretch at the back of the neck, and we roll back down. This is a movement in yoga towards what is called rabbit pose. We're getting some of the benefits of rabbit pose without pausing in it fully yet. Now let's roll up, roll back down, sitting back. Roll up onto hands and knees, cow. Come into cat. You can do another cow or cat, or you can lift up onto hands and knees, fingertips reach back, lift the heart into a gentle camel. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, let the wings come wide. Settle your sit bones back and bring the hands forward. Resting on your forehead, you roll to the top of the head or roll up onto your block and roll back down. Roll up and roll down. Try to match the rolling with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Now plant your hands. Roll up into tabletop. Inhale your cow and exhale your cat. You can do another cow and cat or sit back towards your heels. And inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale. And then inhale. Lift up, take the fingertips back. Broad across your shoulder girdle, open the heart. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, let your wings release, come back down. Reach for a block and bring it underneath your forehead. Hands on either side of the block. So I hope that you can still see me. I think you can. Okay. Nobody said you can't yet. So forehead, rest the center area between your eyebrows right on the block. And then roll off to one side of one eyebrow, roll back to center and across to the other edge. So you're nodding your head side to side, rolling across the third eye and any tension you carry in the forehead and the eyebrows. Releasing that tension. Fluid breath for this all around practice. And then come back to center. Really let the third eye rest on the block. Your block could be on medium. You could use 2 blocks. In fact, let's all bring the block to medium for a moment and see if that feels different. Roll out to one side, roll back to center, roll to the other side. I actually like it better on medium. It's interesting. Roll side to side. You could put more pressure on the forehead or on the eyebrows or alternate. Notice the tension there. Come back to center, third eye resting on the block, and come back into your breath. If there's a lot of tension here, can you inhale into the tension and exhale, release it like you release stagnant energy? Invite the tension to dissipate. And then release off the block. And come to lying on your back. You may want a bolster nearby, your yoga strap, and blocks. Laying onto your back. Bring your blocks in underneath. I'm actually going to turn the other way so my face isn't in the sun. Lay back. Blocks underneath your sacrum. Shoulder girdle broad, arms relaxed. Rest into your supported bridge. See if your forehead can really relax now. And bring your hands to the hinge of your jaw and massage the hinge of your jaw. Massage down below the hinge of your jaw to the base of your jaw. Massage out along the base of your jaw to the front of the jaw, and massage the sides of your jaw underneath your teeth, at the roots of your teeth. And then massage back out to the hinge of your jaw, to the base of your jaw, and look for any tension that you can massage open here, releasing the jaw. Take your fingers gently up to your temples and massage circles at the temples. And then bring your hands up overhead and rub them together. Rub them until you feel heat generated between your palms. And then take that heat to cup right over your eyes and relax the muscles of the eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead, the temples, the jaw. Breathe into your head the energy of the Qigong practice. Breathe in and exhale, clear the head. Clear the muscles of the head of tension and stress. Let your eyes rest in the warm darkness. And then let your hands rest down to the sides, palms up. Broad across your shoulder girdle, long neck. Relax the jaw, low jaw open from the upper jaw and hinge it back and forth. Like a grasshopper chewing, hinge it back and forth. Now let the jaw relax down towards earth and then jut the lower jaw up towards sky. Relax it towards earth, jut it towards sky, relax, jut, and then relax. Relax the jaw. And float one leg to tabletop and the other to join it. Rest the knees in towards the chest with the feet a little higher. Flex and point the toes. If your legs can straighten here, straighten them. Circle the feet at the ankles. Circle the other way. Now ask yourselves, is this a good position for my sacrum to be in? Should I be lower on a blanket, or would I like to try a little higher? And if you'd like to try higher, lift up and fold the blocks together underneath you so they're on medium. And rest for a moment in your supported bridge and come back up into your movement towards shoulder stands. This time open the right leg overhead, left leg long in a scissor, and flex and point, and circle the ankles one way and circle them the other. And then switch legs and flex and point and flex and point and circle and come back together again, knees gently bent in towards the chest, feet higher than the knees. Now imagine your arms and shoulders and head are your roots. Draw minerals, water, clean energy up from the soil into your body, all the way up to the toes. Exhale, relax the outer body over this moving energy. You can stay here or open your legs into the scissor again and come into a gentle and slow bike ride. Inviting the hips to open, the feet to stretch in whatever ways they like to. Perhaps you point part of the circle and flex the other. Stretch the toes wide and bring them back together, opening the feet and the legs, letting the lymph drain, and take the circles the other way. There's so much to keeping these wonderful physical bodies healthy. And we've only got a little bit of the picture when we quote unquote exercise them. Now we're draining the lymph back into the torso. We're stretching the fascia. And then we come back up and we rest knees towards the chest. Notice if you can feel your heartbeat. Invite the breath to be three-dimensional. On each exhale, relax into the hug of gravity. As you inhale, imagine the inhale moving in through your navel with your awareness attached to it and spreading throughout the whole of your physical form, integrating sensations, thoughts, sounds, tastes, experiences of this moment. So healthy for us to lift our pelvis above our hearts, our feet above our pelvis. Reversing the blood flow in this kind of an inversion is healthy also for the pineal and pituitary glands in our heads. Can you still relax the muscles of the face, the eyes, the jaw? Can you feel energy, pulses, heat moving in the body? Where can you relax deeper into the hug of gravity? Then let's float one foot to the floor and then the other and pause again with the breath. You can stay in this supported bridge or you can lengthen one leg out long. Now, if you've moved to medium and it feels too high, move back down to low or move to a blanket or to your ball. Breathing into the stretch of the psoas from inner thigh through the pelvis to the lumbar spine. Really letting the hug of gravity hold you on the exhales. Even here, we're conduits of energy between earth and sky. Let the energy of earth arc through you. Let the energy of sky enter through each pore and cleanse you. And then step the long leg in, stretch the next leg out, and breathe into the stretch. Relax into the stretch. Can you relax the face, the forehead, the temples? Continue to move through the body, looking for places you can more and more deeply relax. Some of you may wish to take both legs long. Some may wish to stay here because this is a tighter side. Some may wish to switch. And then stepping both feet back in. Take the blocks out from underneath you. Push them down towards the foot of the mat. Line them up with your sit bones and step your feet onto the blocks. Inhale, elbows near your side bodies, palms facing one another across your torso. Lift your hips. You don't want a pillow in here. And then exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Rolling into your neutral lumbar curve, and then tailbone towards sky. Roll back up again. Take an inhale at the top and roll down, letting each vertebrae land and root into the hug of gravity. The pelvis land and root, the tailbone, and then reverse the curve, peeling the sacrum and the spine off the mat up to high. Now you can stay with that center channel rolling, or you can roll one side of the spine down, like you're rolling down one yellow stripe on the highway. Roll across the hips and roll up the other stripe. Take an inhale at the top and exhale, roll down that stripe. Roll across the pelvis and roll up the other stripe. Take an inhale at the top and exhale, roll down both stripes. And hug one knee into the chest and then the other. Encircle your knees wide apart and back together again. And take your circles the other way. And reach for your strap and bring the strap up over both feet. Open the feet wide. Reach into the center of the strap and draw the knees down near the armpits, or maybe out wider towards the elbows, holding the feet with the straps. And if you've got the flexibility, you can take the strap off and bring your hands to the outer edges of the feet for half happy baby. Stay with your deep and fluid breath, and if your happy baby wants to rock across its sacrum and back, then do so. If your happy baby wants to Hey there. Okay, so okay. Oh, was I? Okay. Yeah. Right. Right. Well, I have plenty of bars here. And so if the internet was cutting in and out, it could be because yeah, so I could use my hotspot. That would be better. Um, be, right. So could you hear me? I mean, could you see me fine the whole class? Oh, okay. 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 Okay.